All right, been making steady progress on this Yamaha project over here, and on this video I'm going to get it in paint. So I set the tank on there just to make sure that everything is good before I get started on painting it. This is going to be gray. The back fender right here, it's going to be gray. Front fender over here, it's going to be gray. And possibly going to do the bucket, the little speedometer housing, and the headlight bucket. Those are probably all going to be color matched also. Since the last video, little things I did, just things I did off camera. I did the blinkers, and I just got the wires hanging here for now. But you can see, they're going to be a nice low profile, but pretty bright. Painted the battery tray. It was really rusted. One side was rotted out completely, so I wasn't able to save the mount. But it's still got 3 points holding it. And I looked around online a little bit, and I had a hard time finding a tray for this. And neither of these other bikes have a tray. This came off the original 77, so I wasn't really able to fully save it, but it holds quite a bit of weight. So a little 10-pound battery is not going to stop it, not going to hurt it. And also, most of the wiring harness is cleaned up. Until I have a battery, I really can't mess with this. And then the regulator mounts on the bottom. You see they got wire nuts and all this craziness going on here. I might just shrink wrap those because, wire nuts really don't go on a motorcycle or anything automotive related. But, yeah. Just been getting it kind of done up a little bit off camera. It's not real interesting watching me tuck away wires and stuff. So, let's get to paint. So I'm going to start on these chrome pieces, the front and rear fender. And I'm going to start with 180 on the orbital sander. And that way I can just get a solid scuff. You really just don't want, anytime you paint on chrome, you really don't want any shine left over. And I'm going to show you the finished result before I go to spray. So the funny thing is, as I'm doing this, I actually just got a text message right now asking what's a good grit of sandpaper to sand down chrome with. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Bo. So, I use 180, and I've had, in my last video, I did this about a year ago, somebody actually asked me, would 180 not be coarse enough? If you go any more coarse than that, if you go with like 80 grit, it's probably going to show through your primer. And then you're going to have more work to do, more primer to put. You really don't want that. 180 is plenty, I promise you. I do it this way every time, and this stuff lasts for years at a time. So, I got one little dent to fix, and congratulations, Bo, you just made the YouTube video. But yeah, I'm going to fix this dent, and then I'm going to start on the tank. So just to cover it one more time, don't ever paint on your chrome unless it looks like this. You should not see any actual reflection. It's always going to have a little shine to it. So about to start blocking on the fenders and the tank. I already did the tank, but this whole video is all about how to paint on chrome. And the next project after this is going to be my bagger. So that's going to show you how to paint on plastic and all that. So the goal here is to focus on spraying the bottom of it with the black paint, Rust-Oleum. You want to put like Rust Fix down first, so that way you kill whatever rust is down there, especially if you live somewhere where you salt the roads. I think Texas is probably one of the only places that doesn't, and so all of y'all's vehicles get really rusty. So yeah, just spray the bottom. Doesn't matter what it looks like. It's going to get overspray on it when you go to paint it. None of that matters. You just want to coat it, protect it, so you don't end up with like cancerous rust holes eating through the bottom of them, which does happen. So yeah, coat that. And all right, so I'm gonna block it down 180, 320, and then I'm gonna wet sand it with 600. Then we'll be ready to spray. So those of y'all familiar with this channel already know that I can't just ever leave shit how I'm supposed to do it. I can't just do whatever the plan was supposed to be. I always just kind of improvise and change things up as I think I should. So maybe good, maybe bad, I don't know, but I ain't got in trouble for it yet. So what I have here is a color called Rhino, and it came off of a Jeep. I did a Angry Grill with that one. And so it's almost black, but it's still a non-metallic gray. And so I'm gonna put my logo, I'm gonna put that one on there, underneath that in this, but I have to, you can't just do one spot. You have to, that has to be the first color now. So I gotta do 2 or 3 coats of this as the original base, and then I'll cover it with the Nardo gray. All right, we got 2 coats of it on there. This is the Rhino Gray, and it looks black, I know, but it's not. And you gotta put it on the whole thing if it's gonna be the bottom coat, because it may change the top coat some. So right here is gonna get the Dixie logo. That's gonna go right up front here. And then the sides, we're gonna have the modern Yamaha logo, the little circle. So